Hey guys, it's Joe Rumer of RumerInsurance.com. Wanted to talk a little bit today about flood insurance. We've been receiving many calls from people asking about flood insurance with the recent events of Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee. Should I buy coverage? What does it cover? How much does it cost? These are all very good questions, and I just want to touch on a few of them today just to give you a little bit of insight in how the program works. The National Flood Insurance Program in Pennsylvania allows all homeowners to purchase a flood insurance policy. You don't need to be in a flood zone or a floodplain to purchase the coverage. Flooding can happen anywhere. As a matter of fact, 30% of the claims that are submitted for flood policies come from low to moderate risk areas. So meaning they're not in a flood zone. So be aware of that. How does the flood insurance program work? Well, flood insurance coverages can be purchased up to $250,000 for a single family dwelling. And that's all I'm going to talk about today is just the single family dwelling. I'm not going to talk about condos or condo associations. But the single family dwelling, you can purchase coverage up to $250,000 for the dwelling. You can purchase up to $100,000 for your contents. If you need coverages in excess of that, there are companies outside of the program that will write excess flood coverages, but they are not available through the program itself. How does the coverages work? Where do we find coverage? Am I covered for every kind of flood loss? The answer is no. Let's start in the basement. There are very limited coverages when it comes to flood insurance in your basement. For example, your mechanicals are covered. So your water heater, that's covered. Your furnace, that's covered. Your drywall. If you have a finished basement and you have flood damage to the drywall, the policy will pay for the drywall to be put back up, unfinished, untaped, and unspackled. So you're going to have to pay and absorb the cost of having that drywall finished. Your personal contents. You have a pool table, furniture, all of your personal belongings, toys, kids' toys, whatever. None of that is covered. Contents is not covered under a flood policy in a basement. On the first floor and above, ground floor and above, yes, you have coverage for that. But in the basement, there is no coverage. Your hardwood floors in the basement, wall-to-wall carpeting, none of that is covered. So like I said, it's very limited coverage. You're not going to find a lot of things that are covered in the basement. So be aware of that. On your first floor and above, the ground level and above, yes, you have coverage. You will have coverage for your dwelling, and you will have coverage for your contents if you choose to add that coverage. It is a separate coverage. It is not included in the policy, so you do have to pick that. You have to also insure your house for the replacement value or the maximum limit of $250,000, whichever is higher. So, you know, if your house's replacement value is $400,000, you have to insure it for the maximum of $250,000 to be able to get replacement cost on the dwelling in the event of a claim. As far as the personal contents coverage, you basically pick the amount of coverage that you want to have for your contents. This is just a brief tutorial on the flood insurance. I'm not, wasn't going to get in any in depth about it, but if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, 888-81-RUMOR. Send me an email at jrumer@rumerinsurance.com. I'd be glad to talk with you at any time. Thanks again for your time and have a great day.